Buonasera, io sono Frank the Vamp. Come ci dice nightmare in italiano? Argento. Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is Frank the Vamp, and as you probably can guess, we're continuing the director series and my humble Italian introduction to a master of horror that I just have to honor him by speaking his native language, even if it's just a little bit, to tell you that, to express my admiration from this man. Dario Argento is no ordinary director. He is a true master of horror. And I'm going to talk about two of his films. And I'm going to talk about three because I think that the extent of what I need to talk about it's much greater. And I just wouldn't have the time with the time constraint of the videos. But the two films that I'm going to talk about, I have already done detailed reviews, which I'm going to put on the comment section, the links, if you do want to see the other two movies. The first movie I'm going to talk about is Suspiria. And let me talk about a little bit about Suspiria here. When I first saw Suspiria, the very first time, I have heard, I was a late bloomer when it came, I'm going to be honest, when it came to giallos, Italian cinema. I was a fan, even since very young age, of spaghetti westerns, where something I really enjoyed: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Once Upon a Time in the West, for a few dollars more, and a fistful of dollars. Movies with Frank Conero. I mean, I can go on and on. That's another video, but I did enjoy that. When I found out about Italian horror, I have been hearing for years. It wasn't until very recently when I finally decided to get into it, and I picked up the most awesome one everyone talked about, which is Suspiria. And when I finished watching Suspiria, I couldn't move out of my seat. I was stunned of how beautifully made this film was. It's unbelievable. I was told that this film was going to be one of the scariest films I've ever seen. Actually, to me, it wasn't the scariest film I've ever seen, but it's one of the most psychologically unsettling films. Like it's almost disturbing in a way. It's so beautiful that it warps reality. I am serious. If you haven't seen Suspiria, you owe to yourself to turn off the lights, turn on the stereo quite loud, if you have a sound system, so you want to hear every little bit of the soundtrack. And I'm going to get into why. What really blew me away more about Suspiria, and like I said, if you want to see a detailed review, you can click on the links. But what really blew me away is the fact that it's such a simple story. I mean, it's about this girl that goes into this prestigious school in Germany to learn to practice ballet, and she learns that the school is run by a coven of witches. And we've seen that before, right? I mean, there's many movies that where a person going into a foreign or strange or exotic place, thinks that there's one thing going on and then gets another, a terrifying reveal. We've seen it a million times. There's nothing special about that. The actual acting of it's actually adequate, I will say. It's not bad. It's also not fantastic. So Argento, it's so good, so awesome. that he basically doesn't need the story. He doesn't need the actors. He's gonna physically, psychologically messed up with your mind. He's going to get you so intensely engraved in this film that it will blow you away. The you know what I mean, the nightmarish visuals, number one. There are I actually felt going into this film that this was an actual nightmare. Like, I can really, 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 really tell you that. I mean, I felt like this is unbelievable. Like the use of color, the use of the color red in many of the film, just it just reminds me of something that's surreal, something that it's not, and the things that the characters go through, the stylish kills are just so unbelievably well done, and just it's just basically a journey. It's like you're becoming the person in trap. I really felt that I was in there with the main character. Like, I feel like Argento was that good that he did that. One more thing, and one of the most important things, is the music. The band Goblin, scores the film, and the main theme is so haunting that, I mean, it's been reported that it probably inspired many other you know um, horror themes from this one, but it's just so incredible. I can't describe it. I can't play it for you. Of course, you know why, because of the copyright things, but you're just gonna have to hear it for yourself. You're gonna have to see it for yourself. I can't spoil this film. There's it's just superb. There's nothing much more to say about it. It's just unbelievable. You have to put it on your bucket list. One thing you must do before you leave this world: you got to see Suspiria. It is that good. The next film I want to talk about is Profondo Rosso, Deep Red. And you would think that if like me, watching Suspiria is the very first film you see of Argento, and actually it wasn't for me. I had seen, like, I think some collaborations that he's done. I didn't see, like, I think a short film or something that he did, something like that. I can't remember. I remember I seen some work before I see, but I was looking forward to, after watching the masterpiece called Suspiria, and I got a very different film from Suspiria, being a surreal, you know, story, doesn't really matter type of thing, to a masterful, awesome giallo, an actual, mystery, which is on its own pretty awesome. But that's not what the giallo it's all about. It's about being over the top. It's about putting nightmarish visuals again. It's about being, this typographic novel. Um, Once again, if you're not familiar with the giallo genre, I mean, by the way, I'm gonna give a shout out to my YouTube friend, Grumpy Andrew. He has a fantastic the channel. and he just reviewed Giallo, which is sort of this over the top, sort of resembling a graphic novel. You know, Giallo referring to the Italian word for yellow, and that sort of refers to this, you know, over the top. Um, yeah, he describes it really good in his video, so I recommend you watch his channel. This is really great. I'm a fan. But coming back to here, it's basically follows a music teacher investigating the murder of this psychic, and the story has quite a bit of twists and turns. But that's not what makes the movie great. The movie is great because once again, the nightmares visuals, the Argento doesn't disappoint. There's, you know, there is one of the kills. You know, it's not. Um, I don't wanna tell you who dies, but there's a kill involving. So it's maybe a minor spoiler, but there's a kill involving the drowning. Drowning on its own, it's a nightmarish thing. You know, there's people who are terrified of swimming because of that. I know people who will not even get in the pool. You know, I mean, even if it's shallow water, they won't get in the pool. They're so terrified of drowning. But what about drowning in scalding warm water? In that's over the top, my friend. Over the top. The movie is accompanied by an awesome goblin band again. You know, Argento choosing them to do this one, and it's quite of a different sound, but it's fantastic. The song that precedes the murders of children singing, it's so disturbing that it really sets the mood. I do have a very detailed review of the movie that you may go ahead and click on the links to see it, but I just wanted to tell you that I don't want to reveal any more of Profondo Rosso. I think it's so beautiful. It's just a whole different film than Suspiria. It's the stylish, it's the music is quite different, but it amounts to having an excellent, wonderful director telling you that if you want him to, if you don't give him a story, he'll give you this awesome movie. If you want him to write a story, he'll write this awesome story, this awesome, you know, crime drama, and he is capable of doing that, and it's quite unsettling. You know, the end of Profondo Rosso, and it's just the whole experience of it, man. What can I tell you about Argento? He made so many awesome, more and more awesome films. Of course, Suspiria being one of the Three Mothers, the Three Mothers trilogy. I have reviewed two of them. I still need to do the last one, and I will. Just got to get to it. I'm so busy. Thank you so much for watching. Dario Argento, direttore molto bene. He is somebody that I admire, and I think that his art, it's so awesome that it's, you know, unequaled. It's something special, and you got to see it to believe it. There's so many great films in Inferno, Opera. You know, we can go on and on and on. But if you like him, see more of them. If you've never seen him, I recommend you to start with either Profondo Rosso or Suspiria, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed, unless you're completely lame because you don't like it. No, just kidding. I sincerely think as a moviegoer and as somebody that pays attention, it's very hard to not like Argento. And for me, he's the best. Take it easy. Take care. Be blessed. Arrivederci.